All right, let's get right into it. So before I start on my opinion on how Joey Badass won the battle that just ensued between he and Daylyt and Vaughn, and the tools that he implemented from Kendrick Lamar's defeat of Drake in last year's battle, that I think that Vaughn and Daylyt either missed or just didn't implement. First, I want to play this clip from Kendrick Lamar on the interview that he did with Apple Music with Nadeska and Ebro. Let's take a listen first.
My intent was to always keep, I think from day one, was to always keep the nature of it as a sport. You know, I don't care how motherfuckers look at it as far as like, as a collaborative effort, you know, that's cool too, but I love when artists grit their teeth. Like, I still watch battle raps. I still watch Smack URL from Murder Mook to Lux to Tay-Rock, you know, my bro Daylyt. This has always been the core definition of who I am, and it's been that way since day one. So I don't think it was a thing for this year. It was always just a continuum. What I will say about this year, it was more from a space where I think a lot of people was putting rap to the back, and you didn't see that. You didn't see that grit. You didn't see that bite anymore. So I always took that in consideration in going into any type of my music.
So I just wanted to play that first, and go check out that interview on Apple Music. A lot of Kendrick fans need to go check that interview out, because I think a lot of fans are pretending like Kendrick should be worried about Joey Badass, or that he should duck the battle somehow, or that he's too big for it. This is for the sport of hip hop. All of this, these people are not, they don't hate each other. They're not like Drake trying to bogart their position or have dirty business tactics or hold other artists down. Everybody who participates in the battle is probably going to benefit from it in some way if they play it the right way. And that gets me into where Daylyt especially made missteps in the battle. Let's take it from the top. Joey Badass, in a smart move and in a response to the clip I just played, in a way, throws shots out there at Kendrick and his victory. Let's just take that. That's exactly what it was. If you go back, the Rulers Back video, I did a reaction video to it. You can go check that out, where I go through the lyrics and break down the bars that he took and the shots that he took at Kendrick in response to Kendrick's total view towards hip hop in general that you just heard. All right, that's why he did it. Yes, it's a perfect way for an MC to get his name back into the fold. Joey Badass has been off acting and doing other things. As far as I know, and as far as what the public perception is, Joey Badass and Kendrick Lamar have a long-standing relationship, friendship, if you will. And this is one of Kendrick's fellow MCs saying, you know, you took out Drake, but we know he ain't like that. I really am, right? So a gauntlet is laid down, as it should be. You don't just get to jump the line after sitting out for so long. Joey Badass, I think, has released maybe 2 albums in the last 5 years or so. So he hasn't released a lot of music for sure. So the West Coast and TDE affiliates jump out and say, nah, you got to take us on first. And he did that. And he did that pretty convincingly. Surprised me for sure, and surprised many others. And some people are butthurt, but hey, that's tough, because this is what it is. We can't go from making fun of OV hoes to now sounding like them. That's happening a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna digress. Let's get into it. So the Rulers Back, he drops the Rulers Back. And then Vaughn and Daylyt respond. Joey doesn't fully respond though. This was the smart part. Now Daylyt didn't launch a full diss. He gave subs just like Joey did. But Vaughn launched a full diss to roll out his mixtape, which is perfectly smart, intelligent, good business. Up to that point, to me, Daylyt and Vaughn were controlling the narrative. Daylyt dropped a couple more records with subs in it, saying, Joe, if you really want to do this, understand, I'm gonna get you up out of here, right? Because again, they have a great rapport as well. But here's where the mistake came. When Joey does the cypher, the Red Bull cypher, and he throws the shots and he states his whole claim. I was shooting in the air, these two responded, so I'm gonna get at them, but understand Kendrick is the target, right? With Ab-Soul being there. Daylyt and Vaughn let Joey take control of the energy and the narrative with the way that they responded. The Whole Era record by Vaughn was a good record, and if Joey wasn't ready, could have got him up out of here. But what Joey did is the same thing Kendrick did to Drake. Drake wanted a battle with Kendrick Lamar. He has wanted it for years. And Kendrick has ignored it, taking records out, taking lines out of the album, all of these things, because I don't think Kendrick really took him serious. But until, he was fed up. And a lot of people were fed up with Drake and his shenanigans. So Kendrick drops the Like That feature, comparable to Joey's Red Bull freestyle, the cypher. Okay, you throw it out there, throw the bait out there, wait for him to grab it, and then just drop bombs. Joey Badass took 2 months to readdress this. So he was obviously getting ready, just like Kendrick took about a month between Like That and Euphoria to get ready for the battle while Drake was trolling and feeling good about himself, not realizing he fell into a trap, right? I think Vaughn and Daylyt just did the same thing, as they fell into a trap because Joey did not waste any time releasing responses, which means he at least had a bunch of beats ready and ideas ready. The bars, of course, he had to write in real time because you're responding to whatever they say, right? But as long as you got the framework ready and you have a strategy ready of, okay, if they go here, I'm gonna go there. If they come with this, I'm gonna come with this kind of thing. If Daylyt pop out, I'm gonna go get Lux. I got Lux ready. Kendrick did the same thing to Drake. If he talks about this, I'm gonna release this kind of record. If he talks about this, I'm gonna release this kind of record. I'm gonna come off first, I'm gonna just bomb on him with Euphoria, right? He came with his little raps, the little push-ups, that was cute. Came with the tailor-made freestyle, okay, that was disrespect. So I have to bomb on him right away, right? So he made Drake play his hand first. After subtle shots, Joey made Vaughn and Daylyt do the same thing. He made them play their hand first. Then he was able to keep jumping on top of whatever they did. Same way Kendrick jumped on top of Family Matters and pretty much ended the battle just by doing that. After warning him with 616 in LA, the finals was still kind of a warning for Joey Badass. Then he drops My Town. Then when he dropped Crash Dummy, that was it. And Daylyt was flailing yesterday afterward, but to me, it sounded like he wasn't ready. You didn't have the proper beats. You didn't really have enough rhymes to make full records. You're dropping these short records, the Capital Steez. That was a nice touch and a dope tribute just for the history of hip hop in general. But from a battle standpoint, and maybe that was his concession, but he dropped the record after that, so maybe it wasn't. But I think they just got out-strategized and outclassed musically. Now, I see a lot of battle rap fans and fans of Daylyt in general saying, the bars, Daylyt had better bars, and maybe he did. Now, I've gone through the records. I'm gonna argue that he didn't. I'm working on the lyrical breakdowns now. Here's the thing about why Kendrick Lamar is who he is. He can put a quadruple entendre together that most people can relate to and break apart. But he can also put a quadruple entendre together that only the artist will catch, or only people that are into certain historical things and religious things will catch. But on the surface, it'll still be like a double entendre that most people can catch. And relatability is something that a lot of MCs miss and forget. The one thing about battle rap culture is if you're not a part of battle rap culture, you're only gonna get 50% of what they're saying. Because a lot of the things that they're referencing has to do with battle rap culture. And if you don't know anything about these battle rappers or about the history or what happened in certain battles that they're referencing, you have no idea what they're talking about. That way, the bars don't land. When you're releasing records to the public, that's not gonna hit the same way. Okay? Kendrick's deep shots at Drake was things most Drake fans and Kendrick fans, but especially Drake fans, they know the things that he was referencing about Drake. Some of the things that Daylyt and them were trying to hit on about Joey Badass, not everybody doesn't know about that, and you can't take that approach with your bars in general in a public battle over beats and just rely on that over the beats and the structure of the song. The song has to be produced. That takes time. That takes reps, right? In Daylyt, and Ray Vaughn, though I think Ray Vaughn performed way better in the battle, they don't have those reps yet. And I think this was a great learning lesson for them as far as what it takes to be an industry artist. Now, like I said, I think Ray Vaughn is on his way to the top. Daylyt is making a transition from battle rapper to recording artist. It's a big difference though. Not that one is better than the other from an art form standpoint. It depends on what you like. But it's a different skill set to making records than it is to just barring up somebody and writing and being able to perform raps in front of a crowd with no music. And now being judged by everybody, not just a specific niche culture, which is what battle rap culture is. Now, New York is battle rap culture and cypher culture. That's where that really comes from as far as kicking rhymes on the corner. They've been doing that since the day before forever as far as hip hop history is concerned. So Joey Badass understands that almost naturally. Whereas you can see, that's where you saw the difference, is he understood. Now, he's been a recording artist for a lot longer than Daylyt and Ray Vaughn. You also saw the difference there. He made better records. That's what counts. You know, people try to say in the Drake and Kendrick, Kendrick made better records. On top of out-rapping Drake and being more coded and being more direct and all, he made better records. And Drake is a fantastic recording artist. But he got outclassed in that battle. Why? Because in my opinion, he was facing the greatest rapper of all time. Okay, let's not act like Kendrick Lamar is not who he is. I don't know where this narrative is coming from and people being scared talking about, well, Joey doesn't. Look, if Kendrick decides to smack Joey, he's gonna do it. Okay, Joey Badass has a lot to prove going against Kendrick, but that's what he's trying. He's trying to prove himself. And as an MC, he has the right to try to do that. Now, whether Kendrick gives him a few bars, a whole song, that's up to Kendrick. Kendrick can do whatever he wants. He's at the top of the game, the music game right now. Damn hip hop for a second. So, but for the sport, do I believe Kendrick is gonna do it? I do. Because like he said, like in the clip that I played, that's what he likes the most. So engaging in the sport is something he's willing to do. Now, he's not gonna give Joey, I don't think, a whole battle sequence unless Joey proves himself. But it's gonna take a lot more than these records to compete with Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar made Not Like Us, which is one of the biggest rap songs, if not the biggest hip hop song in history. It's a battle record. Kendrick Lamar made Euphoria. Kendrick Lamar made 616 in LA. Kendrick Lamar made Beat the Grams. So do these records stack up against those records? Probably not, no. But are us real hip hop fans and real MC fans and people who write and things like that and make music, are we looking forward to seeing it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you ask anybody, do they think Joey Badass can beat Kendrick Lamar in a battle? No. But he did prove thus far that he deserves a shot, right? But like I just explained, the blueprint that he used was set by the person that he's challenging. And it was smart for him to do it. And I don't know how Ray Vaughn and them and Daylyt and them didn't see, this coming. And didn't see how they were being set up. I think they were eager. They were too eager to get out there. I can out-rap him. I feel like I can out-rap him. And that's what I'm gonna do. It's more than that in the public eye. It's more than that when you're a recording artist and you have all this attention on you. And Drake and Kendrick has brought the attention to MCs battling on records and in the public eye, and social media is now a thing. So you have to play it right. I think Ray Vaughn and Daylyt, like I said, they learned a lot. They will all be better artists for it. Joey especially learned a lot, learns what he has to do. This is good reps for him before he tries to get in the gym with Kendrick Lamar, because boy, oh boy, it could help your career, or as we learning, it could end your career. Shout out to Paperwork Poppy. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank y'all for watching as always, and we out.